Okay, Kev. My surprise topic.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Switch 2 came out recently, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Big. It sold like 3.5 million, by the way. It's doing really well, which is something.
Shows what I know.
There is a system transfer function, right? It transfers all your games over, right? That's what it does. Your games and your save files, right?
Sounds right.
That's what it's supposed to do. Pokemon fans are distraught, and specifically one very specific Reddit user that has deleted this post, but we've got to say the IGN article is still up. That Otaku26 is very distraught. Tried to transfer over everything, and as you know, over the years, Pokemon has allowed you to transfer characters or Pokemon from your old game to your new ones, right? So you can essentially like transfer years worth of them from games 15 to 20 years back and keep moving them forward, right?
Whoo. Sure, GJ. It sure would be a shame if something like that stopped working, wouldn't it?
Yep, it would be quite something, wouldn't it, if said person lost over 1,000 hours and 20 years worth of progress during a Switch 2 system transfer, wouldn't it? Would be real awkward if they lost 20 years of their characters they'd been transferring.
Oh,
wouldn't it be something? Wouldn't it be something? In the Reddit post, they claimed, I just got my Switch 2, did the startup and initial data transfer with no issues. My Scarlet, referencing Scarlet and Violet, save file is gone. It loads straight into language selection, character creation screen, no data, just gone. It says there was no error in the data transfer. Fine, all my Pokemon data is gone. I had Pokemons from my original Game Boy Advance game up to the current version on there, literally 20 years worth of data. There's nothing I can do. I don't even know if I want to play anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, I certainly would not. I lost my Star Wars of the Galaxy once, and I never went back.
Other fans are confirming, other commenters are confirming they had the same thing. There is a way that you could have saved them in a different way. You could have transferred them to some Pokemon box that they offered, and you'd have to pay to do it.
But of course, yes, you got to pay. What are they, a fucking
this
bank
was,
now? The bank of
this
Nintendo?
was supposed to work because it was transferring game saves. Kev, what are your thoughts? And then what I know what your thoughts are going to be. How sick would you be if your Pikachu that you had when you were a kid, like you're a diehard Pokemon player, your Pikachu from your Game Boy Advance game that you transferred probably level 99, level 100, whatever the rules are these days, you transferred all the way up is just suddenly gone?
Well, yeah, this reminds me a lot of the time my childhood pet, my beloved Dachshund, Zachariah, took my game-worn Cal Ripken Jr. jersey card that was worth hundreds of dollars, James, and wouldn't you know, that lovable little furball took the little plastic case, which I kept all my most valuable cards in, under the couch, and chewed them all to smithereens. I was beside myself, but unlike this situation, I just can't see someone our age, James, having lived through floppy disks and all these different versions of cloud updates. Cartridges. I could never fathom not having a backup of that much data. Like if I've been building something for 20 years, there's not a chance in this world that would have happened to me, because I'm too paranoid. I've had too many important things get lost like that before. So I would say that's a very painful way to have to learn this lesson, which you would think someone our age, if you've been playing Pokemon for 20 years, you should have had the opportunity to learn that fucking lesson by now. So I'm very sorry to hear that this person went through that. I can relate in some form. And this is one of the many reasons you all know that this program is pro physical media, because I did have a game, James, that I completely quit. I'm sorry, guys, it's another sports thing. But NBA 2K23, James, I did an expansion. I brought back the Seattle Supersonics. And for those of you who don't know, there are really committed communities to these sports games where people, much like we did back in the PS2 era, where you'd have to mail people your memory card, people will go in and they'll take the current college rosters and build draft classes. And even some of them will go as far as these kids are in high school. You can go on 2K right now and find like a 2029 draft class that is pretty accurate as far as at least the player names. So I had this robust dynasty where I had real draft classes put in it. And back then, the 2K had a rule where you couldn't use any of these shared community assets unless you played an online dynasty. Even though you're playing all by yourself, you had to save it into their server. Wouldn't you know it, James? Those sons of bitches barely serve their own servers for more than a year at this, especially at 2K. They are horrible at that. You might get a year, you might get 2 years, I should say, out of their online servers for any sports game, any wrestling game, anything like that. After that, you're fucked, pal. It's gone. It wouldn't even let me access the file to save it offline.
So sad.
And that burned me with that game. Honestly, this month on PlayStation, NBA 2K5 is a free game. And this is the first time 2 years later that I'm picking any of those games up just because it was free. But I will not do like any sort of long-term game with it ever again because it completely fucking torched me. Moral of the story, don't play sports